Hey guys, it's Terry from White Oaks Bison Farm. So today's the day. We are going to be introducing our new bison to our existing herd that is here. So this is always a very stressful and nervous time for bison producers.
Welcome back, guys, and thanks for watching. So this is not ideal weather for moving bison. The current temperature is 15 degrees with a 10-mile-an-hour wind, but we've got to get these bison out of this working crow area that we've got them staging for the last couple weeks. The first thing we got to do is we got to bring the bison all up into our haylot pasture that we have that you can see here just in the distance. Once we get all the bison to that area, then we'll feel a little more comfortable releasing the bison. We really don't want to have them separated in between two pastures when we bring new animals into the herd. Our experience has been when we have bison in two separate pastures when introducing new animals, it creates a lot of stress. And when bison stress, it's never a good thing. That's the last thing we want as an animal herd in this process. So what we're doing now is we'll try to circle around this small pasture that we're in now and hopefully push that cow back out into the haylot. As you can see, Canuck tries to sneak through the gate as well. So we were able to circle around behind this cow and we were able to push her back out into the haylot. Now we'll go out and shut the gate. And as we were getting closer to the gate, we had a small bull calf run back through. So we figured we'd just leave him and we'll come back out as we know he'll pull back out of that pasture without any other bison in it. After doing a quick herd check and number count, it appears that we're missing 2 bison. I suspect they're probably still out in the pasture, as these 2 are the last 2 that usually come through the gate and usually try to get as much forage off the pasture as they possibly can. As we get to the top of the pasture, we can see 2 more bison out in pasture 4. So one way to get them back is to do the bucket shake. This is the bucket that has the cubes in it that they really like, or cake. Once we shake the bucket, you can see the bison come running. Little did I know the herd wasn't far behind and almost caught up with me here. These animals are extremely fast, and you cannot turn your head when out in the pasture with them. As you can see, that was a close call. Especially being motivated with the range cube bucket, I got to be careful. And the bucket trick worked with these 2 that were out in the pasture. As you can see, they came running as well to catch up with the herd and also try to get a cube or cake. So now we'll go move back up to the haylot and hope the bison all follow us there. It didn't take long and rattled in the bucket a few times, and the bison were moving towards the haylot where we wanted them to. Once we get them in this haylot, we'll close the gate so they cannot get out. Then we'll focus on releasing the new bison out into the herd. By us using the range cubes to help move the bison from one pasture to another helps keep low stress and is a much safer option not only for us but also for them. And they like getting the cubes at the end of the move typically. You want to close that last gate that come through? So we have them all in here. Now that we've got almost all the bison in the hay lot here, I'm going to throw a few cubes in these hay bunks right here, or mineral bunks that we use, and this will keep the bison occupied as it gives us enough time, hopefully, to circle back behind them and get the gate shut. Well, our trick worked at putting the cubes in the middle and hay bunks. That did give us enough time to get the gate shut. So now we've got the bison all secured in the hay lot and we should be good to go. When working bison, one thing we've learned is that anytime the bison can hear the gates, the chains hitting, or the gates creaking as we close them, they definitely become curious as far as what's going on and what we're doing. We have to be careful.
Now that we have all the bison up in the front pastures, we gotta get set up to make sure we're in position when we let them out.
Now that we have all the gates closed and everybody in position, we're now ready for the next move.
We are going to be introducing our new bison to our existing herd.
There's a lot of different things that could go wrong in this process. One of the bison could potentially hurt, or even ourselves. Well, now that I've got both of the chains off of the gate, I'll open it up and I'll let the bison move at their own pace to get out of this little working area that we've got them in.
This is always a very stressful and nervous time for bison producers. You don't know how these bison are going to react with your established herd. Aggression you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of pushing, shoving, a lot of pecking order going on amongst these animals. So we'll see how it goes, but I think overall they've had about 15 days to get established and get to see and smell and learn a little bit about our farm. So I hope this goes well, but this is definitely a nervous time for bison producers introducing new animals to their herd. So we tried to focus on this time of the evening a little bit, about an hour before sunset. All these animals have a little bit of time to swim with each other, and then a calm night, hopefully not much movement and much interaction going on.
I'd say overall it's going really well as the new animals start to move throughout the herd. But it didn't take long for this little bull calf that he decided he wanted to challenge a full-grown cow. But his mother stepped in quickly to push her off. But as you can see, just as she turned her head, he decided he wanted to challenge her one more time. Typically this doesn't end well for the calf, but in this situation, she took it easy on him, I think.
Again, this type of behavior is normal. You can see there is a lot of pushing going on here. So guys, what we've done is our hay lot that we keep the bison in and keep our hay in to help control weeds and also give the bison a home pasture. We have secured this area here. This has a exterior fence in this little pasture, but then there's a secondary exterior fence. So for the bison to get out, they'd have to go through 2 sets of fences. We just intentionally, for times like this, and when working the bison, you just never know how they're going to respond or react in a new area, and we felt that potentially having 2 fences would help secure those animals in that time. So you see this little bull calf here is now fighting with a yearling bull there, so he's definitely a mighty feisty little guy that we've got. That particular bull comes out of Colorado, out of a nice farm there that has great genetics for bulls. So not surprised to see a little movement going on with him, a little pushing and shoving. Overall, this has gone well so far for us. I like to see this, a little bit of movement going on. We've definitely, unfortunately, seen times where it does get a lot more physical amongst these animals, particularly these females that are coming into new herds and trying to get established. So Denali, the big guy standing over there, he's just kind of watching and hearing and seeing what's going on, and you have Canuck kind of in the middle of all this, kind of checking out these new females, seeing what they're all about. So we're not surprised to see his place in this. New animals coming into his pasture. So you can see this cow's tail's up. That's an alert that something different's going on, something's happening. Here you can see 2 bigger cows kind of.
These 2 females here have decided to challenge each other. This is for dominance, to see who is going to be the stronger female of the 2 when it comes to the pecking order in the herd.
Going over to referee a little bit and see what's going on. Maybe the big guy did break it up. So let's continue to stay cold here in Indiana. The temperature has been maintaining somewhere between 15 to about 25 degrees and a 10 to 15 mile an hour wind. So it's been cold the last 2 weeks or so, and the bison really have been consuming a lot of hay. So, but we've been letting them winter pasture as well. As you can see, we had to go out and get those and bring them back in. We try to retain some forage on those pastures so they do get the chance to get out and move around and get some natural grass. So you can hear some of the elk bugling from the neighbors next door. They do have an elk farm over there, which is always great for those who want to visit here in Indiana. You get a chance to see bison on one side of the woods and elk on the other side. As you can see here, this is one of our best breeding cows. Apparently she was just pushing and broke off another horn, so she has now lost both on each side fighting. Try to give her some cubes here to get her to calm down a little bit, maybe make her feel a little better. There's not much us bison producers can do when this happens. So I like to tell people this is very similar to like losing a fingernail. It can be very, very sensitive. It will bleed. It will hurt. It does cause some pain to the bison, but there's not much we can do with that, guys. You can spray some ointments and things on there, but naturally that will heal itself, and hopefully she doesn't have any side effects from it. We'll keep an eye on her. There is Denali. He's definitely checking out these new females and getting a little better smell of them. And then you have some bison that are just calm and relaxed over there eating out of the baler. So Canuck here, hey, get back. This big guy here is a 3.5-year-old, and he can be very aggressive. Into the bag of snacks. Alright guys, we're gonna see if we can go find the horn for 113 here that just unfortunately broke her horn off. Get back, big guy. Yeah, that's her horn.
I think it's big.
Yeah, it is very big. That's definitely her horn.
Hold it up in the sky because you can't see it.
Thanks for watching, guys. And to keep up with our herd, please make sure you like and follow our page. Until next time, we'll see you then.